What a week. It's good to be back after the Thanksgiving break and then missing some time with the pneumonia last week, and now finally a normal week and raising $107,060. Here he is, Kevin Kietzman. That felt good yesterday, didn't it?
A great day. Although this is a tough assignment. I got to follow Donna Pittman and Mayor Lucas. What the heck does anybody want to hear from me for?
Oh, man. No, dude. First off, 9 o'clock hour on a Friday usually slows down, but it was rolling. You're just ending it on the high note, man. You're the icing on the cake, as always.
I missed part of Mayor Q. We had a little drama here in the hallways. We won't go into a lot of what was going on here, but I usually like to hear every word that he says or play it before I come in, so I didn't hear much of him today, but I did hear him talking about a streetcar going east-west. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah. University of Kansas Health System. He thinks the feds might actually throw some coin our way for that.
I mean, nobody rides the north-south one.
Well, he said record numbers since the extension.
Record numbers.
Well,
I mean, the Royals lost 104 games last 1 year, and it was a massive improvement over the year before.
Yeah, I know. You can make numbers lie, and you can do whatever you want. Screwing with that data. You're right about that. But thank you for your support. I know last year on our Children's Miracle Network, Miracle Day of Hope, it was like your third day on the job.
Yeah, it was.
Now, you're a year into it. So yesterday you were a pro, man. And talking about your grandson and Rudy and all that, I mean, that was unbelievable.
My wife didn't hear it. I don't think my friends heard it. I guess I'm okay with that. There's nothing to apologize for, but, man, I just freaking lost it yesterday. I've never done that before. I lost it, and you hear these stories of these kids, and when something like mine is nothing. I just want to reiterate this. Mine compared to all these others is nothing because he's healthy. But just the terror, the frighten of a NICU for 43 days, and you're just not like this little person can't survive on their own outside this incubator that they're in. That's terrifying enough. And then you hear these stories. Yeah. Like Robert, who was in here yesterday, telling the story about his daughter. Yeah. It's just unbelievable what people go through.
Well, but the other thing too for you, it's new for you, and it's your first grandkid, and it happened, 6 weeks ago? Yeah. 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, we're blessed and lucky. I can't tell you how many times I thought about the NICU nurses that I met. Yeah. I've been out there a couple times now, and they're in Arizona, and every time I marvel at the nurses. It's what these people do with their lives is unbelievable. They're so committed to people they absolutely don't know. It's remarkable.
And it makes, anytime I think about them, really first responders, cops, NICU nurses, I'm like, boy, what we do is just, it is just all roses compared to what they deal with.
As Frank Bowl told me back in the day, Kietzman, you're a selfish rube. I'm like, yep, that's it. Just a guy with a microphone, a selfish rube. I've never even known what a rube is, but he used to call me a rube. That's a bad thing? Is that a Jersey? Is that a
rube? Yeah, I mean,
Villanova thing?
I don't know if it's a Villanova thing, but yeah, I use the word rube quite a bit.
It's negative, right?
It's not flattering. It's not a flattering word. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the official definition of a rube is, but I'm going to look it up real quick. A rube, a country bumpkin. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I was going to say, I knew it was going to be, I would have interpreted it as something that a city kid would use against someone who is perceived to be, an outstate kid. Yeah. So when you're Frank Bowl from Pittsburgh and Villanova and you come to Kansas City, he'd call you a selfish rube.
That's exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
You nailed it, Pudgy. You nailed it.
That's a bad look, though, from Frank. That makes all Villanova guys look bad. I mean, that's kind of a talking down to people. He shouldn't be saying that.
He hasn't called me that maybe in 20 years. I've known him a long time, or 15 years. I grew up a little. When he first had me, it was fit. I'm sure it fit.
Okay.
A rube, somebody uneducated or uncultured.
There you go. That's me. I went to K-State.
That's come on, Frank. You can't do that to a young guy. Nowadays he'd be called into HR and get DEI training for calling a subordinate a rube.
Well, you're a little guy. You like to pick on Basset Hound. Always says when he still refers to. There was this thing in Kansas City forever. Whenever somebody was going to say K-State or Manhattan, they would say, way out there in western Kansas, or out there was always this thing like it was farther away than it is. I'm like, it's 90 minutes from my house. That's not very far in the grand scheme of things. It's 60 miles, not even 60 miles, I don't think, from Lawrence. But there was always that. So I think I was Frank's first K-State guy on his staff, and he's like, oh, yeah, nobody covers those. They're so far out there, we don't cover that. I'm like, it's closer than Mizzou. And he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. So selfish rube. That's me.
That's funny. Yeah. But as someone, when I was in Northwest Oklahoma and spending time in Southwest Kansas, like That's Western Kansas, okay?
right.
When you're in Dodge and Meade and Garden City, like that's Western Kansas.
Yeah.
Where does Western Kansas start in your eyes?
Oh, my gosh. I'm not familiar enough with Western Kansas. It's definitely west of Salina.
Okay,
which
that's
is
what I
another
would
hour
say.
from Manhattan. I'm not sure Salina's halfway.
Because some people think
Is it?
that like Manhattan is Western Kansas, to your point.
It's eastern Kansas, actually. Kansas is a big, wide state. It takes forever to get through it.
I would agree with that assessment, but there are some people who just are like, oh, Manhattan, that's Western Kansas.
I would bet, I could be wrong, I would bet that Salina is not halfway to Colorado. I'd bet that. Would you bet that?
I would.
Russell's probably more in the middle.
Russell's more like it.
No, that's
Russell sounds way out there, doesn't it?
That's
I get confused when I start doing Great Bend, Garden City, Russell Hayes. I don't know the order of it.
Russell's got to be 4 hours.
That's about half. No, that's well over halfway.
John?
You're in Western Kansas when you can see a grain elevator on the horizon and you realize it takes you 10 minutes to get to that point. That's Western Kansas.
Oh, that's great. That's outstanding. All right. I got 30 seconds here. Let me just see. 3 hours and 29 minutes to Russell from where we're at right now.
That's a little past halfway. I'm about 6 hours through Kansas.
Yeah, okay. Little over halfway. That's fair. Yeah.
There you go. But not Salina.
Not Salina. No, little past Salina to me.
A whole bunch of selfish rubes out there in Russell. You're listening in Russell
Kansas
today.
starts in Russell.
Western Kansas starts in Russell. Okay. All right. I'm good with that. Home of Bob Dole, of course. There you go. All right, my man. Thanks for all the great work yesterday.
You too, man. You killed it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was.
Great
all right.
stuff.
Kietzman Uncanceled coming up next. Have an awesome weekend. Stay warm and go Chiefs. We're back Monday morning at 6 a.m.